Hello, my name is Visklugers and welcome to a patch preview for Armored Warfare, and it is patch 0.14, which is quite bizarre because the patch 0.13 just got released not too many days ago, and now we already have a preview of the next patch. But it would seem like that the patch 0.14 is not that big patch. It doesn't have like huge mechanical differences and stuff like that, but it does have few things that I want to mention. Now the smaller things are that it has a new PvP map, which actually looks quite cool, kind of like industrial site kind of thingy. It looks cool, but nothing major. 3 new PvE missions that, are a nice variety to what we currently have. There are light tank and tank destroyer penetration overhaul, which they do not give a lot of information, except that from tier 6 onward they are like taking a really close look about their penetration characteristics, cause let's be honest, they're not, too great. My experience is that the M8 light tank does seem to have quite good penetration, but that is because I have been engaging the M8 with tier 6 main battle tanks, tier 7 main battle tanks, so its penetration is of course very good in comparison, because it is a lot higher tier vehicle. But for instance, the tank destroyers, I really feel like they really need a buff in the penetration, which is very welcome thing indeed, because the damage is there and the accuracy is alright and so on. It's really that you have to be in the long, you really have to have long range engagements, but your penetration is not quite good enough for that. So that is something that they'll be addressing in the next patch. Another thing that is related to balancing and gameplay changes is what they say higher tier gameplay changes. They just say that they have decided to introduce numerous additional changes that will mostly concern main battle tank players. And that is probably because in PvP, at least, most of the players are playing with main battle tanks. So I don't know what they are planning to do, but I would think that they're going to nerf at least some point of the main battle tanks in general. Maybe they make them, slower or technically blind, or I have no idea. But I believe they're going to somehow nerf them to make other types of vehicles more viable options in the higher tier battles. But what is the big meat that I really have been waiting for, and the 0.14 patch should bring in, is the replay system. Thank God for that. That is something that makes my life personally a hell of a lot better. I recently haven't had a lot of PvP footage, just simply because, in PvE there's far less vehicles and action going on at most of the times. So my PC doesn't take so much of a hit. And because, PvE is quite a lot easier than PvP, it's been easier for me to record live. Because it really, because there were no other choice but to record live. Now, with the 0.14, I can more, play more relaxed games and not be thinking at the back of my head that I'm gonna record now. And I just can play however I play, and whenever I get a good match, that is something that I'm going to use in the tank reviews or whatever. So that is something very welcome, and I would like to get also your replays of vehicles that you enjoy and that you excel at, so that maybe when I'm doing a review or something else, I can potentially use that replay file to my advantage. And what is awesome, what they say about the replay system, is that it's going to have a free camera mode, which is something that you do not have in World of Tanks. I don't know how exactly does it work. Is it going to be like the free camera mod that is available to World of Tanks? We'll have to see. So what they said is playing the recording of a match will allow players to view everything from the perspective of the replay creator. Players can pause and play or stop their recording, as well as increase or decrease the speed which they want the match to replay. Additionally, players can spectate specific vehicles or seamlessly switch into free cam observer mode. So I don't know, does it kind of record every player's game? When you play a game, does it, kind of check what every single player is doing, at least on your team, so that you can actually switch to other players' perspective and to see what, if you're like thinking, what the hell was that one guy doing? Was he, AFK or something? Can you switch to that person and see what he or she did in the game? I don't know, but it kind of feels like you can. Well, especially with the free camera option, you can kind of do it regardless, but it would be nice to see if you can actually see what the player had to go through without using the free camera mode. But regardless of if you can do that, it's fantastic that they have at least some form of free playing, because it really helps a lot of content creators to create better content. And the last thing is social network sharing, which I think is very, well, at least useless thing for me, because honestly I don't use social networking almost at all. And well, I guess some people use it, and it's there, it's not gonna harm anyone. If you're using social network a lot and want to share your results in Armored Warfare, so you got the option to do that. So yeah, and that is all for the preview of the patch 0.14. There's no mention that when is it going to go live or anything. Probably quite soon, but I wouldn't bring hopes too high, because the 0.13 patch was quite drastically delayed, even after they specified the actual date that it was supposed to launch. It was like couple of weeks almost, maybe. Was it even over? I don't know, around 2 weeks that it got even delayed after they specified the day when it's going to come out. So yeah, it comes out when it does, and I hope it'll be soon, because it will be just so awesome to have finally a replay system in place. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.